And I wasn't kidding. I really did get a tattoo that says 2KTV.
No, wait, this is real?
This is real.
That's crazy. When did you get this?
At Summer League.
I love it.
So where are you going to get yours?
We'll have to figure that out for next season.
2KTV.
Yeah, right there. Maybe I'll put my win-loss percentage right up there.
Okay, well,
Won't be a long tattoo.
Downtown Los Angeles. That's the location for the Nets. The great two-way player, Mikal Bridges, impacts winning, and he's looking to do it tonight as they make their game plan against the Lakers. Nets, Lakers, coming right up. The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. DA, it's all yours.
Well, thanks very much, guys. Now, it's no secret at the end of quarters, players will wait until just after the buzzer sounds to fire up heaves, so they won't hurt their field goal percentage. To encourage a nothing-to-lose approach on these plays, many say it's past time that the league only counts the makes in those situations. Kevin, kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is. Do it. Thanks, DA. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Johnson, and it's Claxton in at the 5 spot. And for the Lakers, up and forward, the star pairing of LeBron and Davis. Then it's Williams, and it's Gilbert in at the center, locking down the middle. You know, the first thing you think of with both these teams, Greg, their athleticism. Some high flyers on the court tonight.
And, Kev, it's not just about the aerial skills, though. There are some guys out there who can flat out wear you down with their ability to run the floor.
Here's Finney-Smith. Knocks it loose. Bridges for 3. It's good from long range.
Well, we know Mikal Bridges can connect from distance. This guy has become a consistent threat from deep.
Williams kicks to James. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Johnson following the basket by LeBron James. And here's Schroeder. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block. And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws here tonight.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Releases from 15. Rebound by Williams.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Rebounded by the Nets. And this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season.
And this was as even a matchup as you'll find in the NBA. Split the season series down the middle, one apiece.
You know, both teams are competitive, but not necessarily playing yet at a championship level. And part of what makes this battle so intriguing is how close they are.
This is his first free throw of the game. And that one falls for Bridges.
Well, what you love about Mikal Bridges is he is going to accept whatever his coaches and team ask of him. This is what's allowed him to be successful.
Both free throws good from Bridges.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
The kick out to Williams. Bridges with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. Johnson's got the ball. Offensive rebound. The shot's good from Claxton.
This guy is just working his tail off on the boards. You love the effort, love the energy.
Bridges, right side. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Inside, here's James. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. For Brooklyn, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Nobody near Schroeder misses the 3.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter. And with the struggles AD has had to stay healthy, and you wonder, though, if the team's going to focus on having him be at his best for that postseason run and try to manage the wear and tear.
Here's Schroeder after the basket by Los Angeles. Rebound by Williams.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Davis now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. And when Davis is on the floor, Greg, he is a force. But how do you keep him healthy into the playoffs? That is the question.
I mean, sustaining his output over a full season isn't easy, but Davis has had a bit of bad luck with the injuries, so you have to mitigate ways to keep him available.
The Nets with the lead. Schroeder passes to Finney-Smith. Johnson outside. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for Bridges. Averaging 13 points per game, 3 assists and 4 rebounds. You know, you look at the numbers and you think that this is great, but we know that he's capable of even bigger production.
You know, the numbers look okay, but the eye test tells us unequivocally he is capable of more. That is the sign of a star right there.
And the Nets making a change here. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Joe Harris comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Thomas checked in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Dennis Schroeder.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
And taken away by Johnson. Simmons finds Johnson. Tries it from 9. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Davis. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Davis has got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, the added muscle Davis has put on, helping him on these tough finishes, flexing on him there.
Thomas deciding where to go with it. On the wing, DiVincenzo. And the Nets miss again. The Lakers trail. Guarded by Harris. No up that time in the shot that would have put them on top. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Nets. And stolen by James. And stolen by Simmons. Here's Thomas. Williams with the block. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Here's Harris. Still looking for his first bucket in this this one. And there's the pass to Johnson. Thomas with it.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Here's DiVincenzo. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. The Nets have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. And that one misses. Good on the second free throw. Lakers have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. James kicks to Williams. And again, no good by the Lakers. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And the basket by Harris.
Well, let me show you my floater game. Don't think I'm a long-distance shooter. Joe Harris says I've got more than that in my tool bag.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And that's what a coach loves to see in a close game. Just put your head down and make something happen.
Here's Gilbert. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. DiVincenzo against LeBron. Johnson wide open. He fires. Cans it from downtown.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Williams passes to Davis. Kicks to James. Outside Williams.
Well, you know Joe Harris comes from one of the great defensive coaches in college basketball. He will play hard on that end.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Nets performance here, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Bridges out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Thomas. And it's Finney Smith in at the power forward position. Now here's Schroeder. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. No good from Finney Smith.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
You talk about a defensive menace. That's Dorian Finney-Smith.
He has a knack for coming up with a big defensive play. Often lines up against the opponent's most important offensive player.
And home court advantage can give teams a huge lift. Greg, how different is it playing in front of the hometown fans?
It's huge. I mean, they give you energy. You don't want to let them down, so you tend to dig a little deeper when you're playing at home.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Schroeder kicks to Thomas. LeBron against Schroeder. Thomas passes to Finney-Smith. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Passes to Thomas. Shot clock at 5. From about 19 feet. And James pulls it down. And Los Angeles guys, shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. And they double up Davis. It's stolen. Bridges with it. He's picked up by James. Williams with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touch by Williams. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Here's Claxton. Last game he had 13. Schroeder with the ball.
And the aggressive attitude of Davis on D makes him such a tough matchup. He's not going to give his man an inch of breathing room, and that was the difference on that possession.
And they double up Davis. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. You have to like what we're seeing from Davis.
Boy, he's been relentless, and to this point, they haven't had an answer for him on the inside. Let's see if they make some adjustments coming out of the timeout.
Claxton the pass to Finney-Smith. On the wing, Bridges. He's guarded by Williams. Schroeder, right side. 5 on the clock. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
James wide open. Nice spin off the left rim and in. James has got the lead up to 3 now for Los Angeles.
Well, this is where you'd like the play to end up, right? LeBron James in rhythm off the catch.
Here's Claxton. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. He's guarded by Thomas. Kicks it out to LeBron. The Lakers keeping it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Williams can't get it to go.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Bridges against Williams. And the rejection by James.
Well, just impressive defense by LeBron James. Such a good feel on that end of the floor. Track that shot all the way.
Lakers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one drops. Brooklyn making some changes. Simmons checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Harris comes in for Thomas. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Dennis Schroeder.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Timeout called, the Nets. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
And that one's good, James.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And a great job to get that angle on a tremendous drive.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
Now here is Harris. Pass to DiVincenzo. LeBron with the block. 1:52 left in the first half of basketball. And they double up James. Williams against DiVincenzo. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. At this point of the season, Greg, right in the heart of the schedule, what are the biggest challenges for a player?
Kevin, sometimes it's just about knowing what city you're in. The travel in this league is crazy, but you really want to keep focus and sleep and eat right. Vital.
Cameron Johnson's checked in for the Nets. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Well, I'm sure they're still enjoying that one. You love going into a tough building, tough place to play, and shooting the lights out. Nothing like silencing the crowd.
Now, here's Bridges. They picked up 24 points in their last one against the Kings in Sacramento.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboards.
Davis, the pass to Gilbert. Williams with a clean look. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. On the wing, Johnson. Outside, Simmons. The Nets working the ball around now. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Outside Williams. Covered by Johnson. James in the post. Harris is there. Drills it from outside. He has 7.
Boy, I'm not sure we've ever seen a passer better than LeBron James. Always able to keep the whole team involved.
Now here's DiVincenzo. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Kings in Sacramento. And they double up James. Gilbert, guarded by Harris. Here's Gilbert. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
9 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to Johnson. For Davis. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Los Angeles looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They did give up a couple baskets more than they wanted to, and at the end of the period, were trailing by 5 points. The second quarter was where they really opened things up. They were by far the stronger team, both defensively and when they had the ball. Their 13-point halftime lead, no accident. Shaq, what'd you think about the Lakers?
They were getting after it on the glass, like wow, they got a nice edge in that department, which has led to this lead. They won the heart and hustle battle in that first half. Now we'll see if they can keep that going.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Brooklyn?
Well, it's never fun. When you're playing against a team that's on fire. This team was on fire. They showed effort on defense, but it didn't matter. They couldn't get the stops. I don't think the opponent could sustain this kind of shooting.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Anthony Davis really making a difference here.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
They've got LeBron James. So Williams out there, and it's Davis in at the 4 shot. That's the group starting the second half for Darvin Ham. Nets trail by 13. Bounce pass, Schroeder. And no good. James with some nice D. To the right side. Here's Gilbert. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Lakers have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. And he makes the first. Both good from the line that time. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Nets. 15-point game. Now here's Johnson. Defense is right there. Claxton. And the layup's good off the glass. Claxton's got his second basket of the night.
You know, guys, that's the selfless attitude of Mikal Bridges. So willing to give it up to an open guy.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And they might be down big, but you love the mentality he has to go at defenders and just keep attacking.
Now, here's Johnson. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Finney-Smith passes to Bridges. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, they're playing with fire, putting Mikal Bridges on the free throw line. This guy's so comfortable at the charity stripe.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
This season, 88% on the line, so he has been in a comfort zone.
Greg, you think of everything that goes into making it to the NBA as a player. Did it come easy for you, or was it all work?
It's easy, really, to overlook the grind, but when you love the game, all those hours in the lab don't feel quite like work. At least not until you start getting a little longer in the tooth.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That'll be his second foul of the game. Thomas checked in for Mikal Bridges. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. James with it, now guarded by Schroeder. Nice shot by James. James has got 10 points in the game.
And making it look easy, LeBron overwhelms the defense inside.
Williams against Thomas. The pass to Finney-Smith. It's tipped. Davis against Johnson. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Schroeder passes to Thomas. On the wing, Johnson. Back to Thomas. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 11 rebounds in the game.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Now here's James. Back to Williams. From outside the arc. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 3 assists now in this one.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Timeout called the Nets.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Ante DiVincenzo comes in for Dennis Schroeder. And that one's good, Simmons.
Wait, Ben Simmons, because of his size, inside, he is a dangerous force.
And Simmons is an asset in so many ways. Maybe most of all, his defense.
Well, unequivocally, Greg, this guy can guard 1 through 4. And I'm going to say because of the length and the strength he has, in a pinch, he could also guard most 5s. He's terrific on the defensive glass, and he can put a ton of pressure on you in his transition game. Like, this guy is a special talent. Boy, a forgettable night for him, but thankfully his teammates have played well overall.
Floats one, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, Ben Simmons is so skilled at using his athleticism and strength to draw the contact. How about the end one opportunity?
Greg, Ben Simmons, one of 4 players in the entire history of the NBA to average at least 7 rebounds and 7 assists per part of that.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in, build up a lead, and here we go. Baby, it is showtime. You know we have to see that great mobile one drive one more time.
And it's plays like that, Kevin, that show you why they are so far ahead. Didn't settle for anything outside and went right to the rim.
DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
DiVincenzo against Williams. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. In a moment now, we'll look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Los Angeles.
They've shown no let-up. Penetration, knife it inside. The defense has to tighten it up if they want to slow this team down.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
And that one, good. Simmons got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
LeBron outside. The kick out to Williams. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
The Lakers have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. And he knocks down the first one. Mikal Bridges checked in for the Nets. And Williams drops them both. 1:02 left in the third quarter of the game. Bridges outside. Thomas gets a wide open look. A three-pointer, no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Now Williams, 11 points in the game. LeBron outside. Shot clock at 6. Williams against Bridges. Three-pointer. They get the rebound. Gilbert passes to Williams. Second chance shot. Johnson with the block. And they're able to recover. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
7 seconds left in the third. 1 second left, and the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And so it's Los Angeles, out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Johnson. Mikal Bridges out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4 spot.
Ben Simmons playing fearlessly and getting to all the spots on the floor he's comfortable in.
Nets trail by 15. That's good from Schroeder on the assist by Johnson.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Defended by Bridges. Back to Williams. 5 to shoot. Trying to get open is Davis. It's sent back down by Simmons. Here's Gilbert. Kicks it out to James. Passes it to Davis. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. And the Lakers lead by 15. Out left to the wing. Back to Schroeder. Pass to Johnson. Takes the 13-footer. That shot misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
To the left wing. Back to Williams. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Nets making a switch here. Claxton's checked in. Nets trail by 15. Bridges outside. Schroeder outside. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
And Davis puts it in.
And it's been a productive night for Davis, staying so active on offense and taking every chance to score.
Williams against Bridges. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That's on LeBron James. First one falls for him.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Both free throws good from Bridges. Lakers leading by 15. Williams passes to Davis. Bridges with the steal. And here's Johnson outside. Unable to get that one.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. The first one falls. Good on both. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Ball's knocked loose. And he banks in the layup. And the Lakers lead by 19.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively. Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Rebound, Brooklyn. Claxton's got his fifth rebound in this one. And the foul on Rui Hachimura. That is his first foul of the game. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their number one option on every trip.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite.
Yeah, easy call.
That one is off. He hits the second from the line. And so it's Hachimura who brings up the ball for the Lakers. 16-point lead. Launches a three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Here's Finney-Smith. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Lakers leading by 19. Defended by Bridges. Makes it off the glass.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Here's Finney-Smith, covered by Bamba. To the middle, here's Johnson, and then Johnson with the dunk.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Los Angeles.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Williams.
Boy, this guy played with some swagger and intensity on the boards tonight, dominating the physical aspect of the game.
It's good, and it's his sixth make against 11 attempts.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Pass to Gray. Here's Duke. No good on that one. Joe Harris is checked in for Johnson. And the second free throw, good.
You know, he doesn't shrink the lead as much as he should have. That hurts a bit.
Here's the Lakers with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Plays it up and banks it in. And the Lakers lead by 20.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
15 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. The rebound by the Nets. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the first one at the line is good. So he gets them both. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Bamba.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
Yeah, sharp instincts on D there. Just timing. When to rise up and swat that one away.
It's the Nets now. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much, LeBron. You got after it on defense. You look motivated.
You know, I heard it all from, is this the last that we've seen of LeBron and the fashion that he plays? And then defensively, he's not very good defensively. But you can't single me out. It will never be a possession where a coach or a teammate or a player on the opposing team will single me out defensively because I'm in tune with that side as well. So, we got a lot of guys that play the defensive side, and it's important for me to be on that side as well and take that challenge just as much as offensive game.
Seems like you took some words to heart, man. Thanks. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long.